Hi Linda. Anyway, welcome here on this Thursday evening with poetry support by BT and me, Mike. We have a creation list followed by any DMs if you care to send me a poem to Mike J Dennis 5. Be great. Hi Poetry by Peony. Hi Tommy. So we have a creation list followed by any DMs if you care to send one to Mike J Dennis 5. And with that, as we've got a few to go through, and a lovely variation of poetry as well tonight. Hi Tommy. Hi Sands Castles. So we will start with Gemma_Iverson, and there is no title. And it goes like this. And the crows were like marauding in the muted sky of morning, cawing, screeching, quite imploring on this grey and grimy day. And they circled quite erratic over lines and wires of static. There was chaos in their squalling like a roving mob at pie. And whilst the village slept to slumber, snug and pressed away in bed, yet here I find myself encumbered in the gape of dawn instead. I did rather like this. I thought I loved the way it flowed and it bounced around in just quite a really pretty way. And yeah, I love to gape at the dawn myself. Absolutely. Anyway, hi Harry. Hi Perp. Hi Emma. So it's created plus any GMs if you care to send them. So that was Gemma_Iverson, and our next poet just happens to be Harry, Pop the Poet. Now, I like this. It's Espinella. Several ways of writing it as well, which is quite fascinating. And I think I'll have to have a chat with Harry about doing a sonatina if he's up for it. And that should be fun for him, I think. Brilliant timing, Harry. And yeah, are you up for a sonatina? And again, it's another 10-line poem. It's really similar to an Espinel, but you can play games where you ask a question in the first 5 lines, and then you reply to the question, or you sum it up in the second 5 lines. But anyway, it should be good fun. So we'll have a go. Hi Angelique. So Harry's going to do a sonatina. Are you going to join him? So we'll all have a go at a sonatina. I think it'll be fun. Hi Justa. So we are reading curated lists followed by any DMs. So this is Harry, Hob the Poet, half glassed, and it's an Espinella, and it's a decima with a line break. And he split it between a 5 and a 6, so it's all cool. Now, he also thanks Angelique for the Breast of Daydreams for helping find the feet, although he believes he's lost his shoe. So this is half glassed. Life lacks a lot to excite in. We find everything to be dull. Over thoughts we musingly mull. What's left for one to delight in? Deep dreams we battle and fight in, wanting more than just to exist. Our demons will try to resist, being fought by all of mankind. A war for the freedom of mind will be won if people persist. So that's cool. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah. I think I'll have to drag Harry into a live as well. And we're coming into June, which will be our next map show, which will be great. That'd be good. Looking forward to that. So that, yeah, is Harry and Half Glassed. And yeah, it's an interesting way of penning that. And a war for the freedom of mind will be won if people persist. But they've got to realise it first. And I think it'll take us as poets to do that. Because we do dream and battles. We deep dreams we battle and fight in, wanting more than just to exist. We do, absolutely. And I think it's half the reason we write poetry. We want to be more than just exist. I think that month break has been brilliant. So I think it's charged. I see you've been busy on YouTube as well. I'm still trying to get busier on there. And but anyway, that was Harry and Half Glassed. The next thing we'll be doing a sonatina together, which would be great fun. So our next poem is by Poetic Sound, and it's called Her Wings. And in the caption, it says, her damaged wings carry her home. She tries to put the fractures of her life back together, but she wasn't able to. It was a great use of form, and I found it very interesting, because it was there, and we had the question, and we had Harry's way of summing it up, and what he felt the answer to that question was. So this is Poetic Sound and Her Wings. He damaged wings. I'll start that again. Her damaged wings carry her home. She tries to put the fractions in her life back together, but was able to. The Lord's words whisper through her heart, and it was then she knew this would be the last time the sun would rise for her. She begins writing her farewell on her wings. At night, she hovers over the city, shredding her emotions on humanity. A demonic spirit takes over her soul, causing darkness upon her wings. Feeling lifeless, she realised her wings. Now she is left with a bare back and spin. All her flesh is stripped as she is left naked and alone. She sheds her emotions on humanity. Interesting, right? I think you can take that what you will. It's an interesting way. It's very deep, and it would take a while, I think, to unpack that. I think it's tragic the thought of that. She knew this would be the last time the sun will rise for her. I think with that loss of hope would be crushing, would be devastating. Yeah, very deep pain, absolutely. Yeah, very Angelique. Because we got that, wouldn't we? You know, at night she hovers over the city, shedding her emotions on humanity. A demonic spirit takes over her soul, causing darkness upon her wings. So it's like she's stripped, totally stripped bare. Hi, Antonio. So we move through with Empyrean underscore poetry. No title. Your mouth hushed, searching the curves of my spine glazed by soft bites of a March wind, brushing our lips until the slide screen fades off, and we are dissolved into a paradise inhabiting unborn stars. In raw enchantment, our warmed glances wait for the next time, as if a tarot of angels had known about serendipity. You couldn't really get anything more different, could you, than that? It's so markedly different from the poem before, where we had that crushing hurt and pain, and here we have the ethereal feeling of being together. So whether, searching the curves of my spine glazed by soft bites of a March wind, and brushing our lips until the slide screen fades off, and we are dissolved into a paradise inhabiting unborn stars. So that was as pretty and light as our previous poem was dark. So we move through with talk_of_tinctures. Now, I think this is fascinating because there is no title, but it is packed with metaphor. Hi, Joe. So the distance between us is a shoreline, a receding of myth to soothe over the narrative of the dying sun. You can't make them out. What? So is that an internet problem? Is anyone else having problems with hearing, or if everything is running slow? Sounds great. Right. Hopefully it'll settle down, Angelique, because it's not good. Not good at all. No. So we carry on with talk of tinctures because it'd be interesting what you take out of this. The distance between us is a shoreline, a receding of myth to soothe over the narrative of the dying sun. I love you from my liver. My peaceful dreams of flatness, your nervous winged apparatus houses the contempt for my fortune. This waterlogged retina aches love for a dorsal fin. I'm not crying, it's all the salt I need to compensate for your affection. These stars I wish to fall from my spittle are begging to twinkle, like most black holes start to. It's another pain, it speaks of pain, but it speaks of pain so differently. With the distance between us is a shoreline. Now, is that this metaphorical distance we know, but of receding of myth. So, yeah, definitely. And I love you from my liver. My peaceful dreams of flatness, your nervous winged apparatus houses the contempt for my fortune. Yeah, I think it's another one you could take a long time to look at, because I think there is this underlying pain there, and the not wanting to be seen crying. It's the salt I need to compensate for your affection. And then we're going to twinkling stars and black holes. So it is definitely a loss. So that was talk of tinctures. So next we have a short piece by Gentle Note Poetry. And it's a piece called I Care Too Much. And they say their debut poetry collection, Wild Far From Hell, Poetry and Prose, is available in their link. So bear that one in mind. I know this is real, which can be a problem. This instinct to fix everything for everyone around me is stripping my insides clean, emaciating me into a husk that is still scavenging for scraps to feed the ones I love. And when there is a problem that I can't touch, this pit of my stomach reminds me that sometimes I care too much. We get that, and you always remember, if you don't care about yourself, you will struggle to care for others, because If you wear yourself out, then you're no good to you, and you're no good to people you love and you want to help. But yeah, interesting thoughts, and yet often we can care far too much. And you're welcome everyone joining us here at Post Book by BT on this Thursday evening, and me, Mike. We're reading a curated list followed by any DMs you wish to send to MikeDennis5. I think so. Yeah, I do agree, Angelique. It is one of those things that if we don't look after our own well-being as well as others, we can't sacrifice ourselves that way, because we end up being no good to ourselves, or and in that way we can't help others either. So we move on to Meg's the Poet, Meg_Poet. Now, it's interesting as well, because it'd be interesting what other people think. It is, which would you rather be, happy and foolish or wise and sad? I know my thoughts on this. And they say, I'd rather be sad and wise. Sometimes I'd rather be in sorrow than revelling in my own blossom bliss. For a fool is always merry and given over to a prodigal and riotous and wanton living. And biblically, sorrow is deemed better than laughter, for the heart is made better by the bitter sadness of its countenance. It is happy men that lose sight of reality and get lost in its reveries. But I have wisdom deemed myself a fool. Take heed to the wise. Wisdom is worth the gold. I wear it like a valued gold chain round my neck. It is fools that think themselves to be wise, but it is the wise who think themselves to be fools. A fool is a dog chasing its own tail, thinking one day he will catch it. But a wise man chases after the stars and the seemingly unreachable. The fool settles the world and only what he can see and what's taught to see. A wise man has 3 eyes and sees in the physical and spiritual realms. I'd rather be sad and wise therein than blissful and foolish. Yeah, interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are. I think balance in all things, and you really need to balance in all things. So you have to smile. We need laughter. To be sad but wise, I think you lose hope. And especially when we look at what's going on in the world, we're wise, we can see what's going on. But if we didn't get some jollity, some joy out of the world, then, balance. Absolutely. We need to maintain balance. And that's a wise thought. Comedy and tragedy, they are definitely, Harry. Yeah. I mean, and the Greeks knew, because they balanced comedy and tragedy. And they could openly take the rise out of their leaders without too much risk of retribution through comedy and tragedy. So we have Bylan Thompson and a poem called Rise. Rise, not a mistake, not a break, not a pushover, not a fall, not a kicked around dirty ball. Raise your voice and scream it loud to let them know it's not allowed. Know your value, know your worth, release a sea of unspoken hurts. You are royal, worthy of your crown. Check every negative person who verbally pounds. Look in the mirror and see your face. Remember God's assessment. Remember your place. Interesting thoughts. And I agree to a lot of that. But, yeah, raise yourself, because you're the only one who can do it. And with close friends and good friends and family around you, yeah, you're sorted. The other things, down to you, what your faith is and what you believe in. It was a very strong piece, and I think we can all take what we will from that, and wherever our faith, whatever it may be, takes us. Our next poem is by _Snowshake, and it's written by Snow George, and they say it's cold. This was written 26 weeks ago, so back in winter. It's cold, I have thought of you, and I so badly want to see you. Did they tell you that eventually a mesh forms over a wound? December the 1st. It's cold. I have thought of you, and I so badly want to see you. Did they tell you that eventually a mesh forms over a wound and clots, and all the pain comes to an end? Did you know it means that everything beginning has to end? If you have seen ends before, you must know that they catch the heart off guard. You must know that the stomach sinks. You must know that you think you won't get through it, but you do. I wonder, have you received my letter? The pages must be well worn now. The edges must be dog-eared now. Yet you haven't responded. I wait. 2 trains left at 3 o'clock. I wait. We moved houses after a month. I wait. The sky blues and blackens. We call it day and night. I wait. It's December, a time of snow and frostbite. Do I still wait? December spills out immense grief, and if you look closely, immense gratitude. How sad it is to have lost. How great it is to see what you still have. I find myself feeling grateful to be endowed with the strength so unimaginable, and I think you feel it too. January was a bolt on my back, or maybe it was May. For my cousin, it was November. As I approach the porch, I see you standing so strong, your smile showing you're more than what you think you can't carry, eager for another beginning. It's December. I find it right that I should visit my friends since my absence. I wonder if they still really want to see me. The room feels emptier this December, and so do some hearts. It is December, and nobody asked if I was ready. I think we speak of grief and loss so beautifully there, throughout that. I know I've written about winter pieces and about loss and hurt, that every day seems the same. Yeah, it's cleverly written, brilliantly written, because you do, it's asking the questions we all ask, and yeah, we do, when we are in that way, it is beautiful, and it really hammers the whole thing home, because we ask those questions, and we do ask, hi Karen, and they do ask, yeah, when you haven't seen him for a while, do they want to see me? Yeah. So anyway, that's Snow George, and December. We come to another reel, so I'm hoping it'll behave. And it's by poetic.heart.whispers. We're all linked by stories, its warm beating joy, a delicate book of tapestry over the sleeping earth that eternity cannot destroy. Forever connected in the labyrinth of life, share and learn through the galls of time. What we discover within each other's hearts, understood yet undefined. The power of a hug, invisible threads woven to assemble our broken parts. Feel it deep within your bones and rest a while. To trace each breath, each dream to touch a soul, isolating any sorrows into the unknown. And we are linked by stories. I think our whole world is run by stories. And it's a sometimes not so delicate book of tapestry. But we keep repeating them and we go on and we enjoy them. So we're still talking about sorrow, but isolating these sorrows into the unknown. And we pop them in compartments and we lock them away. So that was poetic.heart.whispers. It's a nice phrase. I like that one myself. Because we have that time with sorrows, and we do end up putting them in little boxes and tucking them away somewhere else. They spring out from time to time, but it's a way of coping and surviving. So our next poem is by Whispered Words After Midnight. Isolate. And nothing in the caption, no title. Paper thin, holding paper thin. Taking care of each other as they journey up and down the hills. Their eyes reflect the same stories from decades, smiling, laughing at the same untold joke. They don't need words because they just know. You get times in friends and relationships, and I like that style, because you wonder where it's taking us. Paper thin, holding paper thin. Taking care of each other as they journey up and down the hills. Their eyes reflect the same stories from the decades, smiling, laughing at the same untold jokes. They don't need words because they just know. I think sometimes you have those unspoken silences where you're comfortable with that person, with that relationship, that, words, sometimes words are not necessary. But interesting, and it just makes you think. Couple silences are amazing because, there are only ever so few people you can do that with, where you're just comfortable being with each other, and it doesn't matter. You can be friends, partners. It's just when things are right. And Taylor Long _poetry, and a poem called Maybe Tomorrow. It is a blessing. There's nothing being taken from you. There's nothing sort of like people draining your energy. There's enough of that in the day-to-day. So in your own spaces together, if you can get that shared, that time where just, You know what you're feeling, you know what each other are feeling. It's good. Right, so maybe tomorrow. Right now, I'm alone and empty. Tomorrow, your hands might be holding mine. It seems all the lights are pointing at you. I can't see anything. The birds will envy how high we will fly. The ocean will long after our depth. They said you can't lose what you don't have. But without you, the earth seems empty. So when tomorrow comes, I want your hands on top of mine. Right now, I'm alone and empty. Seems interestingly strange that is that a relationship from afar? Is that a longing relationship that's not actually there? Because it's not actually saying that it is a relationship, or it has been one. Just now, right now, I'm alone and empty. Tomorrow, your hands might be holding mine. And whoever, or whatever they're talking about, is in the spotlight. It seems all the lights are pointing at you. I can't see anything else. The birds will envy how high we will fly. The ocean will look after our depths. They said, you can't lose what you don't have. But without you, the earth seems empty. So when tomorrow comes, I want your hands on top of mine. Right now, I'm alone and empty. So, yeah, I love the thought process there. Really do. So welcome here to Poetry Book by BT on this Thursday evening with me, Mike, and we are reading a curated list followed by DMs. If you care to send any to Mike J Dennis 5. This is labyrinth underscore of underscore words underscore. No title. May the sleepless night bring you a beam of light, wherein the palm of your hand touches your heart, and in the midst of darkness hope awakens. Fall is passing, winter is coming, the breeze is blowing upon the sky. You look for stars to heal those scars. Again, this was written some 2 or 3 months ago. And we have it's another plain one as well, and very subtly done. May the sleepless night bring you a beam of light, wherein the palm of your hand touches your heart. In the midst of darkness hope awakens. Fall is passing, winter is coming. The breeze is blowing upon the sky. You look for the stars to heal those scars. Sometimes we do. We certainly talk to the sky quite a lot. They do. They definitely do. We do. I mean, we do look at the stars and we we moon gaze and we chat. And strangely, it's not always a one-sided conversation. And the next poem is Allure underscore enough. That's Lauren Merrifield. And in the caption, I think the title is It Cannot Be So Cut and Dried. This ending was dissatisfying. It came and went without notice, too easy. Loose ends left frayed and untied, on the cusp of a cliffhanger. Though the lead up was lacking, breezing, leaning sharply to one side, standing here deserted, attempting to make sense of it all, uneasy, both jilted and surprised. How absolute is the finale? There must be room to bend. we'll see it cannot be so cut and dried. We've got a lot of relationship ending pain type poetry. So the end was dissatisfying. It came and went without notice, too easy. Loose ends left frayed and untied. On the cusp of a cliffhanger, though the lead was lacking, breezy, leaning sharply to one side, standing here deserted, attempting to make sense of it all, uneasy, both jilted and surprised. How absolute is this finale? There must be room to bend. We'll see. It cannot be so cut and tied. No, it was not themed. I think these were creative posts. I think Val put them together for me, and it's interesting because we've had an awful lot of themed in that way. Thanks, Harry. Have to pin Harry down to a live as well, I think, Angelique. And Amending the Author is our next poem. I love it because there are quite a few poets here I've never read before and I've not seen. Although my own, the numbers they give you are dropping like a stone for some reason. I think just their algorithm doesn't like me anymore. I say things they don't like, probably. So in the caption, all they've got is, forgiveness for the heart they did not choose. Good, Harry. Probably. You don't sound convinced, actually. Eyes wander, drawn to the laughter that seemed to echo more vividly, bound by passion. Threads once taut now loosen, wearing thin under the weight of unspoken thoughts. The heart, curious and restless, finds new currents in fresher waters. In these moments, a new affection grows, not through betrayal, through a quiet realization that once there can change, what is forming is a different kind of bond, a bond reshaping the soul's landscape. Forgiveness for the heart did not choose, but merely followed its shifting stars. And again, we're back on to, so yeah, this again is a loss, it's a poem on loss. Because drawn to laughter that seemed to echo more vividly, bound by passion. Threads once taut now loosen, wearing thin under the weight of unspoken thoughts. So we're looking, yeah, that's right. And the heart, curious and restless, finds new currents in fresher waters. And in these moments of new affection grows. Not through betrayal, through the quiet realization that once we can change, what is forming is a different kind of bond. A bond reshaping the soul's landscape. Forgiveness for the heart that did not choose, but merely followed its shifting as stars. Interesting. Yeah, because it finishes really well. So yeah, so forgiveness for the heart did not choose. Amending the Author, and a very interesting write. We seem to be hooked on these ones. And our last piece is a short piece by I Am the Pierce Poet. It does ask one to contemplate because it's very soft, very gentle, and it's hinting that although, because even with the lines of threads once taut now loosen, it's as though it's either a change in the dynamic of a relationship or it's letting go of that relationship. And you're not the one who actually did the splitting, but you can grow and you can Yeah, interesting. But even then, they change it by saying not through betrayal, a quiet realization. So, yeah, interesting, very thoughtful. So this is I Am the Pious Poet. Nothing else in the caption. This notebook is not mine, but it has my heart. Its pages are filled with my handwritten art. Someday, I want you to have this, because this will be the only place you can find me again. Interesting. Where's that going to? This notebook is not mine, but it has my heart. Its pages are filled with my handwritten art. Someday, I want you to have this, because this will be the only place you can find me again. Interesting. Because don't we all write? I've got so many notebooks, it's untrue. And if anyone can read my hieroglyphics, good luck. I can read it. So anyway, that brings us to the end of our created list. I think so, that's right, because we do pour so much out on the paper. And yeah. So our first creative piece, much like a diary, absolutely, yeah. I think I do diary for work things, but a diary for that inspiration, I think, is different. Sometimes ideas I pop into a diary or a page, just thoughts. So I have a DM by things_Sharon_loves, and it's called Warmth of the Sun. The sun's rays beat a warm path upon the earth, vaporising dewdrops from tender shoots of new grass. A soft, gentle breeze whispers through the trees, and all is right with the world. Creatures snuffle through the undergrowth, whilst birds spread their wings upon high. We are graciously gifted another perfect day, and yet, labrets indoors, we wear nothing but deathly pallor, oblivious to the outside world, windows jammed shut, doors bolted, locked tight, withering under cover, each reading between the lines of other people's lives. Sad, moronic, clueless addicts, prisoners held captive to a few smeared inches of hypnotic phone screen, scrolling reels in quick succession. Why it almost feels as though we've been to Mumbai and said hi to celebrities and rock stars, spending our days as invisible voyeurs, losing faith, nutrients, muscle power and brain cells, zombies, those that time forgot, cultivating bedrot. Oh, go for it, mate, go for it. I'll run through that again, so I've given a couple of pages because it's fascinating the way they say it. So things that Sharon loves. And the sun rays beat the warm path upon the earth, vaporising dewdrops from tender shoots of new grass. A soft, gentle breeze whispers through the trees, and all is right with the world. Creatures snuffle through the undergrowth, whilst birds spread their wings upon high. We are graciously gifted another perfect day, and yet, labrets live indoors. We wear nothing but a deathly pallor, oblivious to the outside world, windows jammed shut, doors bolted, locked tight, withering under cover, each reading between the lines of other people's lives. Sad, moronic, clueless addicts, prisoners held captive to a few smeared inches of hypnotic phone screen, scrolling reels in quick succession. What almost feels as though we've been to Mumbai and said hi to celebrities and rock stars, spending our days as invisible voyeurs, losing faith, nutrients, muscle power and brain cells, zombies, those that time forgot, cultivating bedrot. Yeah, I think that's voiced by Sharon, absolutely. And she's hit it on the head, she really has. Um, I'm not one for celebrities and rock stars, but myself, or being glued to screens. But I watch some of my grandchildren flicking through reels, and you're thinking, the whole thing is so pointless. Why are you doing it? Um, I think it starts off beautifully with the way the world is. We're in summer, and it's although we've got plenty of rain at the moment, you have this beautiful world outside, and you stay indoors. So I haven't got, luckily enough, I haven't got Deathly Pallor, so that's good. And I can't imagine being trapped indoors all the time. I think I'll go quietly mad. Yeah, prisoners held captive to a few smidge inches of hypnotic phone screen. Don't just love it. So anyway, so let's see if we've got any other. Um, so we have Harry. Oh, we've had Harry's hollow effort, and it wasn't a hollow effort. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them into the my save folder. Otherwise, when I come to write them up, they won't be there. So this is Harry's Todai, and he says it's almost true to form. Actually, it's running really well. I'm beckoned towards becoming, growing. Weak feet slowing, there's no use running. Future bursting with potential, fulfill. Stay home still, traumas residential. Climbing up a ladder so high, too steep. Composure I keep, vertigo lie. Ego dragging me down to the ground. Please help. I'd mute my yelps of desperate resound. My ascent to a higher realm, a dream. Easy it would seem to overwhelm, hope choked by insecurity, ruined. Tight noose loosened just enough to breathe. Cursed author set to write a spell, bewitched. Readers transfixed by stories I tell, apprehensions of tomorrow. Be gone. Efforts go wrong deep in the hollow. That's certainly not the ghost of Sleepy Hollow there. No, it's great, and it's great fun to read as well. Yeah, I love the way the slant you've taken on it, the way you've gone as well. Yeah. So we are readers transfixed by the stories you tell. So that's it's good. It's an enjoyable read. Yeah. You've got the breaks, between the right places, and they work nicely on. It's a nice one, Harry, and it works. But I love always you do a really nice twist on whatever you write. You don't go down the middle lane. You always veer off, and you do what Harry does. Definitely brilliant. And we have a poem by Tommy called Colourless Affections. He does have his own flavour, absolutely. And I love that. He always finds his own way through these things, and the way he writes them is gorgeous. So, we love subversion, absolutely. Yeah. So this is Colourless Affection by T.M. DeSaro, that's Tommy. These words you send me hiding in origami boats, as secret warriors lying in wait to create mayhem in my mind. They float on still waters as dried leaves, lifeless. Whatever essence they once held, long since sucked by the sun, distilled by truth, substance removed, meanings acrid, reading is futile as they unfold. For the ink becomes one with the water, and I watch as your soldiers all drown, disappearing into memory. Forgotten as sailors, lost in the sea, was weighted down, waterlogged with colourless affections. Filled with someone else's substance, they sink to the bottom of a river of sorrow, becoming as silt, eventually melting into mud. No markers for the bodies or tombstones for remembrance, just watery graves, never to be visited again. And that is from Tommy's book, Poking Holes in Darkness. And always love the way Tommy writes. And sometimes you have to be careful if he starts spilling into rhyme, and he will suddenly stop and make you go in a different direction. But yeah, always lovely, beautiful. And yeah, definitely the last part. Yeah. Filled with someone else's substance, they sink to the bottom of a river of sorrow, becoming as silt, eventually melting into mud. No marker for the bodies or tombstones for remembrance, just watery graves, never to be visited again. Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, we have so many brilliant poets, we really do. And it's always a joy to read Tommy. And our next one is by Angelique from the Breath of Daydreams. I'll quickly put that into. Got it. This is a fairly short one. Yeah, Tommy's always on form. Yeah, it's just really good. And this is called Concealed Melody. I'm lost and I'm found, I'm buried broken in the ground. I went to sleep, I'm 6 foot deep, my body's torn and you can't find me. I see the light that's been extinguished, I've danced with worms like a dirty linguist. I roll in muck, I've lost all luck, my heart stopped beating last November. I am a warrior dead and beaten, I am the sweet stuff that bugs have eaten. I don't count sheep, I'm the rubbish heap, my guts rot tangled with remorse. I peer through glassy eyes gone vacant, I've given up, but that wasn't blatant. I've checked my card, but I've no regard, my footsteps fade, and my name's forgotten. Hi Sonny, we're taking DMs if you'd like to send me a poem, Sonny, to read, be brilliant. Now, that was Angelique, Breath of Daydreams. Concealed Melody, that was brilliant, and it's always the way you love to twist your words and put in different things. So I'm lost and I'm found, I'm buried broken in the ground. I went to sleep, I'm 6 foot deep. My body's torn and you can't find me. I see the light has been extinguished. I dance with worms like dirty linguist. I roll in muck. I've lost all luck. My heart stopped beating last November. I am a warrior dead and beaten. I am the sweet stuff that bugs have eaten. I don't count sheep. I am the rubbish heap. My guts rot tangled with remorse. I peer through glassy eyes gone vacant. I've given up, but that wasn't blatant. I've checked my card, I've no regard, my footsteps fade, and my name forgotten. Never to be forgotten. And Angelique always writes in her own unique way as well. And she always finds a way of just bringing these words together and making you think, which is brilliant, always. I had a poem here by, oh, I'll save it, otherwise I'll lose it. That's times you might, yeah. But you do it so subtly and so beautifully that you can just see it's a lovely poem and thought and the way you're thinking and always got a lot of your writing's got a lovely understory, a backstory to it from those who want to see it. So this is for When Such a Time Comes by poetry_by_Peony. You write incredibly well. And well, you know it as well. No, it's all fine. If such a time comes where you lay alone to breathe your last, may the warmest memories be with you. If such a time has befallen you, I hope you find peace in your final moments. For when such a time comes and you never expect it, may your tears cleanse your eyes one last time and your heart be at ease. If such a time comes, I hope it is the most beautiful sunset you ever saw. I hope it is the most magnificent moon you ever saw. I hope it's the most calming rain you ever see. I hope the most beautiful flowers bloomed just for you. Hi Ash, welcome here. I think that's beautiful. Because such a time comes, I hope it's warmest measuring and peace. Most certainly. I think we've all seen too much of the other time. So gorgeous, beautiful, yeah, beautiful writing, beautiful repetition. Love it. Another one. Right, it's Harry is cheekiest best, and it is Full Metal Sonnet. And in the caption, he says, "This is my poem. There are many like it, but this one is mine." And if you remember the film, thanks. If you remember the film, yeah. And there are other cracking lines. There's some terrible sadness going on in that whole film, but there are some cracking lines amongst that. Yeah, I think it's a hard world they're going to deal with, but yeah, some tough things out there. Anyway, Full Metal Sonnet. Listen, you maggots, it's poetry time. Now I want to hear you's best fucking rhyme on the double meanings, quick metaphor. Give me a simile, strict verb means no more. This is not a game, punks. Let's get it right. Poetry is war and writing's a fight. AABB and leave the damn micros. Hackel and Tanker are out. We hate those. Time to drop saws and grab a mighty pen. Yes, the girls too. This ain't just for men. Alliteration sound off. 1, 2, 3. What a weary waste of words. God help me. You all got your orders. Now get writing fast. There's a 1,000-word blitz for the maggot who's last. Brilliant. I loved it. Yeah, I loved your take on it. It's a cheeky take on a sonnet, but I loved it. Brilliant. And yeah, I love the way your mind thinks. It is terrific. It's absolutely excellent. Excellent. Yeah. But no, hilarious piece. Yeah, Harry's very, very creative. Definitely. Yeah. No, brilliant. It's a great laugh. It's awesome. It's awesome, right, Harry? I loved it. Every bit of it. Yeah, you can't make me read my own stuff. That's not right. Not right. No, I think Harry started this off, didn't he? The Tritina. It's one of those little forms you never really get to do, and that's why I thought the Sonatina would be a good laugh. Yeah. So anyway, so this is the Crow, and it's a flexible fun short form, and yeah, it was suggested by Harry, the Hob the Poet. And if anyone hasn't done it, please do, because um, if you look at the Sestina and the Villanelle, it's really a nice entry to those sort of forms. It really is, because you're only looking for three matching words, so it's great. No, one wish I'll put it in the caption as well. Oh, let's not go there. Let's just call it an entry level Sestina, because the Sestina in its own right is really it's a brilliant poem to write. It really is. It does make you think, and you have to lay it out properly and yeah. But it is tricky. It has a real specific vibe, but it is nice because you're not playing with the five fives, and then the finale with the 6 line finish. But it's good fun, right? Fight, yeah. So anyway, it's a flexible fun. It is fun. So we go silent. The trees sway, perched the watching crow. Beyond this mortal world, lost to a dream of naught, but each death like mystery sought. Here am I, my thoughts in your dark eyes sought. Dark-eyed entering, she alights the crow. I walk dazed in the abyss of a dream. As her whispers wander, a blinded stream answers in drifts of melancholy sought. 'Tis magic's wish, over benevolent crow. She speaks, the crow of dreams, my life spark sought. Yeah, they do take a lot of planning, but this is really fun and you can really play with it so different ways. Because I did a third one, which was more. Yeah, I did this one. Yeah, I did three. I thought, yeah, they're great, and you can use them for all different purposes. But yeah, now I just love the way. I like the crow, and it's that crow. Yeah, if you look at back in mythology, and it was the crow, she will come down, and she's there to take your soul. So she came down and spoke to you. You're better off asking nicely if she can leave you today and try again another day. But no, it's brilliant. Love that. Love crows, yeah. Nice. Oh, so I do the third one of those with Sweet Whispers, which was fun, because just to see what else he would do. So this is Sweet Whispers. Again, it's another Tritina. Sweet whispers delight, so gently you sigh, between tangled sheets, fleet kept secrets we, touch as skin flames ignite in fevered glow. My fingertips trace your furnace glow, on velvet skin, hands elicit a sigh, each curve, each found as deeply explored we, scream strange tongues as mingled gasp as we. Build rhythm's pulse of ethereal glow lost in a world of high climax we sigh. In sighs, we release petit mort and glow. Just good fun. Really, you can, and you can play with it that way as well, which is great. And I thought I'd play with we as an N word because it plays it. But now I thought, it can do all different things, which is great. So thanks, Harry, for doing that. It's really good. And we have a poem by Sunlight. This is called Defeat. It's after Kyle Gelbron. And it says in the caption, last night my dear friend said, AK I'm a woman, AK of whims and words, introduced me to late poet Kyle Gelbron. Immediately fell in love with his poetry. Yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't? An amazing poet. Absolutely. And Zed gave defeat as the prompt to Trey. That's Trey for days. So it's another one, I think. Yeah, miss this prompt. I accept defeat, my beloved, for even your rejection runs sweetly through my veins, and roses bloom where your abandon lies. With my love, my passion, I will nourish the memory of every word spoken from your cold lips. My recollection will keep you alive within my wretched soul. I accept defeat, my beloved, laying myself bloodied and bruised at your feet. I will act as your bridge, so you may journey to success. From afar, I will watch with splendour alight in my aging eyes, until my vision is lost to the hands of time. My heart is yours, my beloved. My all belongs to you, and with you it will remain forevermore. You do not need to care for it. My adoration for you will run through its arteries to keep it beating, to keep it living, to keep it loving. You, only you, my beloved. I ask nothing of you. My devotion needs no reward. Blessed with the power of prayer, I release my offering to God's. Keep him safe. Keep my beloved shielded from the pain of defeat. Yes, I accept defeat, my beloved. Yet for you, I would never wish such torment. That is, it's got the feel, it's got the whole pulse of that so through. Just this starting, that I accept defeat. I mean, it has that lost. For even your rejection runs sweetly through my veins, and the roses bloom where your abandon lays. With my love, my passion, I will nourish the memory of every word spoken from your cold lips. My recollection will keep you alive within my wretched soul. I accept defeat, my beloved, lying myself, bruised at your feet. I will act as your bridge, so many journey to success. From afar, I will watch with splendour alight through my aging eyes, until my vision is lost to the hands of time. My heart is yours, my beloved. My all belongs to you, and with you it will remain forevermore. You do not need to care for it. My adoration for you will run through its arteries, to keep it beating, to keep it living, to keep it loving. You, only you, my beloved. I ask nothing of you. My devotion needs no reward. Blessed with the power of prayer, I release my offering to the gods. Keep him safe. Keep my beloved shielded from pain of defeat. Yes, I accept defeat, my beloved. Yet for you, I would never wish such torment. I think that is beautiful. Absolutely right. Absolutely gorgeous. They have a way of just putting so much feeling into their words, and you just carried it, and it's a beautiful story, and the depth is gorgeous. Absolutely wonderful, Sanai. Well, we come to the end now of our evening here, and it's brilliant. Loved every minute of it. Thanks so much for joining me. And so until next Thursday, I might see if I can get some more reading done the weekend as well, which will be good. But also over on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I've got to get to the magic 50, and then we can do more lives that way. So take care, everyone. Great poetry. Love reading all of it. Thanks for joining me, and see you next week. Bye for now.